Hey everyone, welcome back into this week's segment of Crime Stoppers. Detective Rachel Richardson joins me from Lowndes County. Thank you so much, Miss Rachel, for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
Okay guys, so we kind of have a pretty serious case. You guys happened over the weekend, an armed robbery in the county.
Yes. So on Saturday about 10:20ish, an employee was closing up Family Dollar on Tabernacle in Lee Stokes area.
Okay.
She was locking up for the night, and she was approached by a masked subject who forced her inside, held her at gunpoint. He took her phone, and that way she couldn't call 911.
Okay.
Went inside, made her open the safe. He actually hit her a couple times, and then ended up fleeing the scene before law enforcement got there.
Wow. So at this point, the suspect fled the scene, and we're still on the search for this suspect. Now, do we know at this time if for sure if it's a female or male?
The belief is that it is a male right now, given that he gave her commands verbally, so
Okay.
she heard him speak. He was wearing a dark jacket, light pants, some tennis shoes, and gloves, and a mask that covered most of his face.
Now, I know during these type of investigations, obviously we're looking through video, but we're asking the community too if they happen to live near the area and have any video to help you guys out as well.
That would definitely be appreciated.
Now, like you said, what time did this happen again?
This was about 10:30 at night, 10:20ish.
So if someone in the area lives close, they could look on their camera around that time, and I would assume, how long do we think this action took place?
I would say everything, him getting there, robbing the place, and then leaving probably took within like 10 minutes.
Oh, wow. I can only imagine how like scary that is. So let's talk about this. You know, several businesses in the area, you know, they're in rural area, parts of the county. What advice would you give to any business owners or employees, you know, locking up or going into their store at maybe late or early hours?
I would say definitely stay hyper aware of your surroundings. Pay attention to anything that may be suspicious, whether it's at a place, something that kind of doesn't give you that, she gives you like a weird feeling.
Okay.
Just pay attention to that. A lot of times there's something to it, something like that. Just be vigilant and pay attention.
Now, in this particular case, you just said that the suspect stole took the victim's phone temporarily. Yes. In this instant, if something is to happen like that, what would you suggest a victim to do if their phone is taken away at this point?
At this point, I mean, it's hard to say what anybody could do in any situation, but for the most part, I mean, do what you gotta do to keep yourself safe. I know it's their, you know, their business and everything, but at the end of the day, you can replace the money at the business, you can't replace yourself. So
This is just like very scary. But guys, if you have any information, you know, contact Lowndes County Sheriff's Department, or you can send an anonymous tip to Crime Stoppers. We talk about it all the time. Look, they get them in the app. You guys see them, and then they can go through those and filter out, you know, what may lead to an arrest. Now, obviously, this person will be facing armed robbery charges. Are there any more possible charges that they could be facing as well?
it's still pending right now. What everything will, it's going to depend on what comes out during the investigation.
All right, Detective, thank you so much for joining me, guys. We'll be right back after the break.